Everybody does not need to know what God is doing in your life. Ride that again. Everybody does not need access to your vision. Everybody does not deserve a front row seat to your process. Some of you keep talking too much. You keep announcing moves before they happen. You keep telling people your dreams while they are still fragile, and then you wonder why your energy dies, why your motivation fades, why your plans never leave your mouth. Because not everything in your life is meant to be shared while it is being built. Some things grow better in silence. There is power in privacy. There is strength in moving quietly. The reason many people never fulfill their purpose is because they seek applause before the work is finished. They want validation before the sacrifice. They want attention before the outcome, but real growth, real transformation, it happens behind closed doors, in silence, in discipline, in private pain. Stop announcing what you're about to do, build it, then let them see it. Not everyone clapping for you is happy for you. Understand that not every smile is support. Not every handshake is loyalty. Not every "I'm proud of you" comes from a pure heart. Some people celebrate your dreams with their mouth, but resent your potential in their spirit. Some people ask you what you're working on not because they care, but because they want to measure how far ahead you're getting. Some people listen only so they can find something to criticize. Some people watch only so they can wait for you to fail. Some people smile in your face, then question your ability the second you leave the room. That is why wisdom is learning that everybody cannot handle access to your vision. Everybody cannot understand your calling. Everybody cannot see what God showed you. Everybody cannot carry the weight of your dream. And if they do not understand it, they will attack it, they will mock it, they will doubt it, they will speak fear into what faith planted inside of you. That is why you must learn to stop announcing everything. Stop telling everybody what you are about to do. Stop revealing every plan before it has roots. Stop exposing your future to people who are still trapped in their past. A seed does not grow because it is dug up every day to show people what is happening underground. Imagine planting something in the soil, and every morning you dig it back up just to prove it is growing. You would kill it. You would destroy the process. You would interrupt the development. And that is exactly what many people do with their dreams. They keep exposing their plans too early. They keep talking about what they are building before it has had time to mature. And then when criticism comes, their confidence dies. When doubt comes, their energy dies. When people laugh, their motivation dies. Why? Because they exposed something fragile before it was strong enough to survive judgment. Everything powerful starts small. Everything meaningful starts vulnerable. Every great vision begins in a stage where it can still be broken. That is why privacy matters. That is why silence matters. That is why protection matters, because not every stage of growth is meant for public viewing. Some seasons of your life are meant to be hidden. Hide while you learn. Hidden while you struggle. Hid while you build. Hid while you fail. Hid while you grow. Because the world loves finished products, but they do not respect unfinished foundations. People will laugh at what they cannot understand. They will judge what they have never built. They will criticize what they have never had the courage to attempt. So let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them underestimate you. There is power in being underestimated, because while they are busy doubting you, you are busy building. While they are busy laughing, you are busy learning. While they are busy watching your every move, you are moving in silence, sharpening your mind, strengthening your discipline, preparing for the moment when your results will speak louder than your words ever could. Understand this clearly. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most successful. The loudest person is usually the one trying to convince others of something they have not yet convinced themselves of. Real confidence does not need constant announcement. Real purpose does not beg for attention. Real discipline does not perform for applause. When you are truly locked in, you become quieter because you are focused, because you are disciplined, because you understand that energy spent explaining yourself is energy stolen from your mission. You do not need to tell people what you're becoming. Let them notice the difference. Let them wonder why you changed. Let them ask why your mindset is stronger. Let them be confused when the same person they underestimated comes back transformed. There is something powerful about disappearing in silence and returning with results. There is something dangerous about a person who suffers quietly, learns privately, builds consistently, and speaks only when the work is done. That kind of person cannot be stopped, because they no longer need validation. They no longer need approval. They no longer need people to believe in them before they believe in themselves. And that is where your power begins. The moment you stop needing everyone to understand your vision, you become unstoppable, because now your confidence is internal. Now your belief is personal. Now your faith is rooted deeper than opinions. Some of you keep telling people your goals because you want support. But hear me carefully, support is beautiful when it is genuine, but if you need support to stay committed, then your commitment is weak. Your purpose must be stronger than public opinion. Your discipline must survive without applause. Your faith must remain even when nobody claps for you. Can you keep building when nobody notices? Can you stay disciplined when nobody praises you? Can you keep believing when nobody understands your vision? That is the test. Because greatness is built in private before it is ever rewarded in public. Champions train in empty gyms, leaders cry behind closed doors, warriors fight battles nobody ever sees. So stop thinking that your struggle must be visible to be valid. Stop thinking that people need updates on your process. They do not. Everybody is not assigned to understand your journey. Everybody is not qualified to speak on your future. Everybody is not supposed to know what God is doing in your life. Some things are sacred, some things are personal. Some things require protection until they are complete. So move differently now. Move with discipline. Move with wisdom. Move with privacy. Let people think you are doing less than you really are. Let them underestimate your progress. Let them assume you are average. Let them think nothing is happening. While behind the scenes, you are becoming everything they said you never could be. And one day, the same people who doubted you will be forced to witness what silence created. They will see the results. They will see the growth. They will see the transformation, and they will ask, how did you do it? And you will smile, because while they were talking, you were working. While they were doubting, you were building. While they were watching others, you were focused on becoming more. So protect your vision, protect your peace, protect your next move. Do not announce every step. Do not reveal every plan. Do not expose every blessing before it is fully formed. Move in silence, grow in silence, build in silence, heal in silence, pray in silence. Work in silence, and when the time comes, let your success make the noise. Every time you announce your plans, your mind gets temporary satisfaction. Ride that again. Your mind gets rewarded for work you have not done yet. You talk about the business you're starting. People praise you. You talk about the body you're building. People admire your ambition. You talk about the goals you're chasing. People call you motivated. And for a moment, you feel accomplished. For a moment, you feel like progress has been made, but nothing has happened. No sacrifice was made. No discipline was shown. No pain was endured. No action was taken. You got emotional reward without earning physical results. And that is dangerous because your brain begins confusing intention with achievement. It starts believing that talking about the mission is the same as living it. It starts feeding your ego before your discipline has even gone to work. That praise becomes poison. Because now your ego feels full, while your discipline grows weak. You feel satisfied too early, you feel proud too early, you feel celebrated too early. And what happens when you feel rewarded before the work is done? You lose urgency, you lose hunger, you lose the fire that was supposed to push you forward. Because part of you believes you already did something. Listen carefully. Dreaming out loud too often can make you addicted to potential instead of committed to process. Some people love the idea of success more than the discipline required to create it. They love talking about the vision. They love being seen as ambitious. They love hearing, man, you're going to do big things. But they do not love the early mornings, the late nights, the repetition, the sacrifice, the boredom, the pain of consistency. Because discipline is not glamorous. Discipline is not exciting every day. Discipline is repetitive. Discipline is lonely. Discipline is doing the work even when nobody is watching. Even when you do not feel like it, even when motivation disappears. That is why winners are built differently. Winners do not live for announcements. Winners do not chase applause. Winners do not need people to know what they are doing. They are too busy doing it. Stop talking about the gym, go train. Stop posting quotes about discipline while sleeping through your alarms. Stop telling everybody you're about to get in shape. Shows them with sweat. Show them with consistency. Show them with results. Anybody can talk about the grind. Few can survive it. Stop talking about the business, build it. Everybody has ideas. Everybody has plans. Everybody says, one day I'm going to start. But one day is not a strategy. Talking is not execution. Vision without action is fantasy. The marketplace is filled with dreamers who never started, with talkers who never built, with people who wanted the image of success but not the burden of responsibility. Do not become one of them. Stop talking about changing your life. Chant it, because change does not care how inspired you feel. Chant responds only to action. You can watch motivational videos all day. You can write goals in your notebook. You can tell your friends, this is my year. But if your habits stay the same, your life stays the same. Words do not transform lives. Habits do. Action does. Consistency does. Sacrifice does. Discipline is not loud. Discipline does not announce itself. Discipline does not need attention. Discipline is quiet. It wakes up before sunrise without posting about it. It studies after everyone sleeps without needing recognition. It trains in pain without making excuses. It repeats the process day after day after day without demanding applause. That is what discipline looks like. It is not sexy, it is not dramatic, it is not always inspiring. Sometimes discipline looks like boredom. Sometimes it looks like repetition. Sometimes it looks like doing the same thing again and again long before results appear. And most people quit there. They quit in the boring phase. They quit when excitement fades. They quit when motivation disappears. They quit when nobody notices their effort, but the discipline keep going. They understand that success is not built in hype, it is built in habit, it is built in routine, it is built in silent obedience to the work required. That is why winners separate themselves, not because they are more talented, not because they are luckier, not because life was easier for them. They separate themselves because while everybody else was talking, they were working. While everybody else was posting, they were practicing. While everybody else was bragging, they were building. And eventually, that private discipline creates public results. The world sees the outcome but never the process. They see the body, not the workouts. They see the money, not the sleepless nights. They see the confidence, not the years of self-doubt overcome. They see the success, not the sacrifice, but you know the truth. The truth is greatness is built in the dark. It is built in moments when nobody is clapping. It is built when your alarm goes off and every part of you wants to stay in bed, but you rise anyway. It is built when you are tired, unmotivated, emotionally drained, and you still do the work. That is discipline, not motivation, not inspiration, not temporary hype. Discipline. The ability to command yourself to do what must be done even when you do not feel like doing it, that is power. So ask yourself honestly, are you building or just talking? Are you disciplined or just inspired? Are you committed or just excited by the idea? Because ideas mean nothing without execution. Potential means nothing without discipline. Dreams mean nothing without work. You do not need to tell the world what you're about to become. Become it, then let them notice. Let them see the transformation without explanation. Let them witness the results without the announcements. Let them wonder how you changed so much. Because there is something powerful about a person who says little and produces much. A person who stays quiet and keeps grinding. A person who does not need validation because they are too focused on becoming who they said they would be. That kind of person is rare. Be that person. Be the one who disappears from distraction and reappears with results. Be the one who stops announcing and starts executing. Be the one who lets discipline speak where words used to. Talk less, work more, pretend less, produce more, announce less, achieve more. Because at the end of the day, nobody remembers what you said you were going to do. They remember what you did. And winners. Winners are too busy working to keep explaining themselves. When you keep everything public, you become dependent on people's opinions. That is how it starts, slowly, quickly, without you even realizing it. At first, you just want support. You just want someone to understand. You just want somebody to notice your struggle. But over time, support turns into dependence. And before you know it, you no longer feel strong unless somebody validates your pain. You no longer feel confident unless somebody praises your effort. You no longer trust your progress unless somebody else confirms it. That is dangerous. Because now your peace depends on people, your confidence depends on people, your motivation depends on people. And the moment they stop clapping, you start doubting. The moment they stop encouraging, you start slowing down. The moment they stop noticing your effort, you begin questioning your worth. That is what happens when you build your self-belief on public approval. You become emotionally weak because now your strength lives in somebody else's hands. And if they withdraw their support, your confidence collapses. But real strength is internal. Real strength is when your belief in yourself does not change because nobody understands your journey. Real strength is when you keep moving even when nobody notices, even when nobody praises you, even when nobody checks on you. That is emotional maturity, because life will put you in seasons where nobody understands what you're carrying. Nobody understands the pressure, nobody understands the pain, nobody understands the sacrifice, nobody understands the battle in your mind. And if you need constant validation to survive, those seasons will break you. That is why privacy builds power, because privacy teaches you how to carry weight alone. Privacy teaches you how to trust your own process. Privacy teaches you how to keep believing without outside reassurance. Anybody can stay motivated when the whole world supports them. Anybody can stay focused when everybody is cheering. Anybody can keep going when they are constantly encouraged. But can you keep going when nobody notices your pain? Can you keep showing up when nobody praises your effort? Can you stay disciplined when nobody is watching? Can you believe in yourself when nobody else does? That is where strength is built, not in comfort, not in applause, not in recognition. Strength is built in hidden battles, in private suffering, in silent tears, in lonely nights where your heart is heavy and your mind is tired and your spirit is wounded. But you keep going anyway. That is strength. Strength is not loud. Strength is not dramatic. Strength is not posting every struggle online looking for sympathy. Strength is carrying pain with grace. Strength is bleeding privately while still showing up publicly. Strength is being crushed by life and still refusing to quit. Some of the strongest people you will ever meet are fighting battles you know nothing about. They smile while hurting. They serve while struggling. They encourage others while silently healing themselves. Why? Because they learned that not everybody needs access to their pain. Not everybody needs to know what you cry about at night. Not everybody needs to know what broke your heart. Not everybody needs to know how heavy your burden feels. Because some people do not care. Some people listen only to gossip. Some people ask only to satisfy curiosity. Some people pretend to care but secretly enjoy hearing that you are struggling. So stop exposing your wounds to people who were never meant to heal them. Protect your pain. Protect your healing process. Protect your private battles. Because some wars are not meant for an audience. Some wars must be fought in silence. And hear me carefully. Just because nobody sees your struggle does not mean it is not real. Just because nobody applauds your pain does not mean it is not valid. Just because nobody understands your battle does not mean you are weak. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is suffer quietly without becoming bitter, without losing faith, without losing discipline, without losing yourself. That is power. Power is waking up broken and still handling your responsibilities. Power is crying in private, then walking into the world with dignity and purpose. Power is feeling exhausted but refusing to quit. Power is being misunderstood and still staying committed to your calling. Maturity is realizing that not everyone is supposed to understand your process. Maturity is realizing that some pain must be processed privately, not because you are hiding, but because healing requires space. Healing requires silence. Healing requires moments where it is just you and God, just you and your thoughts, just you and the battle to become stronger than what tried to destroy you. And when you survive those battles privately, you come out different. You come out stronger, more disciplined, more grounded, more self-aware, more emotionally stable. Because suffering in silence teaches you something attention never will: how to stand alone. And once you learn how to stand alone, nobody can control you with approval anymore. Nobody can manipulate you with validation anymore. Nobody can shake your confidence by withholding support anymore. Because you know who you are without needing reminders. You know your value without needing applause. You know your strength because you survived things nobody even knew you were facing. That creates a different kind of confidence. A quiet confidence, a grounded confidence, a confidence that says, I do not need everyone to understand me. I do not need everyone to approve of me. I do not need everyone to support me. I know what I carry. I know what I survived. I know who I am becoming. That is emotional power. So stop making every struggle public. Stop explaining every hardship. Stop needing everyone to know what you're going through. Some battles are sacred. Some pain is personal. Some healing happens best away from the noise. Fight your wars privately. Build your strength privately. Heal your wounds privately. And one day, people will look at your peace and never understand how much pain it took to build it. They will look at your confidence and never know how many lonely nights created it. They will admire your strength without realizing it was forged in battles nobody ever saw. That is the reward of private suffering. It produces public strength. So when nobody checks on you, keep going. When nobody understands you, keep going. When nobody sees your tears, keep going. When nobody knows how hard this season is, keep going. Because the pain you survive privately will build a strength nobody can take from you. And that strength, that quiet, unshakable, battle-tested strength, is power. Anybody can talk. Anybody can make promises about what they are going to do. Anybody can post motivational quotes. Anybody can upload gym selfies. Anybody can tell the world how hard they plan to work. Anybody can speak ambition, but very few can live it, because talking is easy. Talking costs nothing. Talking requires no sacrifice. Talking demands no discipline. Talking creates the illusion of effort without the burden of execution. That is why the world is full of talkers. People who always have plans, people who always have excuses, people who always have dreams, people who always say, just wait until next year, just watch what I'm about to do. You have no idea what's coming, but year after year, nothing changes because words without work mean nothing. Promises without discipline mean nothing. Announcements without action mean nothing. Results? Results are different. Results silence rooms. Because when you produce results, people stop laughing. When you produce results, people stop doubting. When you produce results, people stop questioning your potential and start respecting your discipline. Results do what words never can. They force people to believe. You can argue with opinions. You can debate predictions. You can dismiss promises. But you cannot deny results. Results make explanations unnecessary. When your life changes, you do not have to explain it. When your body transforms, you do not have to announce how disciplined you've been. People can see it. When your finances improve, you do not have to brag about how hard you worked. People can see it. When your mindset matures, when your energy shifts, when your confidence grows, people notice. Without explanation, that is power. The power of becoming undeniable. And hear me carefully. The strongest move you can make in life is not telling people what you are about to become. It is becoming it in silence. Then letting the transformation introduce itself. Do not tell them what you're building. Shows them when it's finished. Do not explain your work ethic. Let your results explain it for you. Do not beg people to believe in your potential. Become so disciplined that belief is no longer optional. Make the evidence undeniable. There is something deeply powerful about a person who says little but produces much. A person who disappears from distractions. A person who goes quiet while everyone else is talking. A person who works in silence while the world underestimates them. And then one day, they return changed, different mindset, different energy, different discipline, different standards, different life. That kind of transformation shocks people because they never saw it coming. Shock them with your discipline. Shock them by doing what most people cannot do. Staying consistent when motivation disappears. Shock them by waking up early when others keep sleeping. Shock them by staying committed long after excitement fades. Shock them by doing the hard things over and over without needing recognition, because discipline is rare now. Everybody wants results, few want routine. Everybody wants the reward, few want the sacrifice. Everybody wants the title, few want the training. That is why discipline will separate you. Shock them with your transformation. Let the same people who laughed at your old self be stunned by your new self. Let the same people who underestimated you watch you evolve into someone they no longer recognize. Let them see that pain changed you. Let them see that struggle matured you. Let them see that the pressure did not break you, it built you. Shock them with your growth. Growth is powerful because growth cannot be faked. People can fake confidence. People can fake success online. People can fake happiness. But real growth shows in everything. It shows in how you speak. It shows in how you carry yourself. It shows in what you tolerate. It shows in your standards. It shows in your habits. It shows in your peace. When you grow for real, the room feels it. You do not need to announce it. Energy announces it for you. Presence announces it for you. Results announce it for you. And the beautiful thing about results is they make people remember what they once doubted. The same people who said you would fail will watch you win. The same people who mocked your vision will ask how you did it. The same people who ignored your effort will suddenly notice your success. That is why you do not argue with doubters. You do not debate with people who underestimate you. You do not waste time trying to convince people who cannot see your potential. You work, you build, you improve. And then you let your life do the talking. Because when your life starts speaking for itself, your mouth can stay closed. You do not need revenge. You do not need to prove points. You do not need long speeches about how they doubted you. Your success becomes the statement. Your peace becomes the statement. Your growth becomes the statement. Your discipline becomes the statement. Your results become the response to every person who ever underestimated you. And understand this, results do not happen overnight. They are built in small daily choices, one disciplined morning at a time, one hard workout at a time, one focused hour at a time, one sacrifice at a time. One day of refusing excuses at a time. That is how greatness is built. Quickly, repeatedly, potly. Not through announcements, through action. Not through hype, through habit. Not through promises, through persistence. So stop telling people what you are going to do. Stop making declarations about your future without matching them with discipline. Stop speaking like success is guaranteed without sacrifice, because the world does not reward intentions, it rewards execution, it rewards consistency, it rewards discipline. It rewards those who can keep working without applause. So disappear for a while. Go quiet, focus, build in private, train in silence, study in silence. Grow in silence, and when you return, do not return with excuses. Do not return with promises. Do not return with announcements. Return with proof. Return with results. Return so transformed that nobody needs an explanation. Return so disciplined that your lifestyle speaks for you. Return so elevated that your old self becomes unrecognizable. Because in the end, people may forget what you said, they may forget what you promised, they may forget what you posted, but they will never forget what you became. So let others talk, let others boast, let others announce you. Work bid drotswam, and let your results speak so loudly that your mouth never has to. Everything God gives you is not for public discussion. Ride that again, everything God gives you is not meant to be announced immediately. Some blessings are too sacred to expose too early. Some miracles are too fragile to place in the hands of public opinion. Some opportunities need time to develop before they can survive attention, because not every blessing arrives complete. Some blessings come in seed form, small, high, unfinished. Still growing, still developing, still becoming. And if you expose a seed too early, you risk destroying what was still trying to grow. Some blessings are in incubation. That means they are forming in places nobody can see. Quickly, slowly, privately. God is building something for you behind the scenes before He reveals it publicly. But many people sabotage their own blessings because they announce them too early. They tell everybody about the door that just cracked open. They tell everybody about the opportunity that is still being negotiated. They tell everybody about the relationship that is still developing. They tell everybody about the dream that has not yet taken shape. And then what happens? Doubt enters, criticism enters, negativity enters, fear enters. And suddenly what faith was building starts being poisoned by outside voices, because not everybody can handle hearing good news about your future. Not everybody can celebrate what God is doing in your life. Some people hear your blessing and secretly resent it. Some people hear your opportunity and immediately project their fears onto it. Some people hear your vision and begin telling you why it will never work. Not because they know, but because they are limited by their own mindset. And if your faith is still fragile, those voices can damage you. That is why wisdom says, protect what is still growing. Protect what has not yet matured. Protect what heaven is still forming in your life. Learn to thank God in private. Not every answered prayer needs a public announcement. Not every breakthrough needs social media. Not every blessing needs validation from others to be real. Some of the most powerful moments in your life will happen in silence. Alone, just you and God, just you recognizing that grace carried you where effort could not. Just you standing in gratitude for doors that opened when you had no way through. Learn to keep some gratitude private. Because sacred things lose value when exposed to the wrong people. Learn to grind in private. Because while your blessing develops, you must still do the work. Faith is not passive. Faith still requires discipline. Faith still requires obedience. Faith still requires preparation. You do not pray for the opportunity and then stop preparing for it. You do not ask God for elevation and then stay lazy. You do not pray for doors, then refuse to become the kind of person who can walk through them. So while the blessing develops, work in silence, prepare in silence, train in silence, become worthy in silence, because often the blessing is waiting for you to become ready. Learn to heal in private, because some of you keep exposing your wounds before they close. You keep explaining your pain to people who cannot heal it. You keep showing broken places to those who only know how to judge them. Healing is sacred. Healing is intimate. Healing is often messy. And some parts of your recovery need privacy. Not because you are ashamed, but because healing requires space, it requires quiet, it requires reflection. It requires moments where the world cannot interrupt what God is restoring in you. Learn to grow in private, because growth is not always visible. Sometimes growth looks like silent maturity. Sometimes growth looks like self-control. Sometimes growth looks like choosing peace over proving a point. Sometimes growth looks like discipline nobody applauds. Sometimes growth looks like becoming stronger without telling anybody how much pain it took. That kind of growth is powerful, because it creates a different kind of person. A person who no longer needs to be seen to stay committed. A person who no longer needs public recognition to feel valuable. A person who understands that sacred things need protection. Hear this clearly. Not because you're hiding, not because you're insecure, not because you're secretive, but because you understand that everything precious must be protected while it is vulnerable. You do not leave diamonds in the street. You do not leave gold unattended. You do not leave treasure where anyone can touch it. So why would you expose your most sacred blessings to everyone? Why would you place your vision, your healing, your purpose, your next move in the hands of people who never earn access to it? Protect it, guard it, nurture it. And when the time is right, the world will see it. When the foundation is strong, the world will see it. When the blessing is complete, the world will see it. When the transformation is undeniable, the world will see it, and you will not have to explain how it happened. They will simply witness what private faith built. They will witness what silent discipline created. They will witness what protected growth produced. But until then, keep your head down, stay focused. Do not get distracted by the need to be seen. Do not get distracted by the urge to announce. Do not get distracted by temporary attention, because attention can never replace purpose. Keep your faith strong, even when progress is slow, even when doors have not fully opened, even when the blessing is still hidden, even when nothing visible seems to be happening. Trust the process, trust the timing. Trust that what is meant for you does not need public pressure to become real, and above all, keep your mouth closed, not forever. Just until the work is done, just until the blessing is secure, just until the foundation is unshakable, just until the season of preparation becomes the season of revelation. Then let the world see what silence protected. Let the world see what faith built. Let the world see what discipline created. Let the world see what God did in private. But until that day, move quietly, pray quietly, work quietly, build quietly, heal quietly, grow quietly, because some blessings require secrecy before they require celebration.